Hi everyone, welcome to my second video. This time around, it's Vlogmas. Please don't worry about the gym not appearing in the video. That's just not how I would do it. Before we get started, let's get dressed and go buy a few more Christmas decorations. We need to really get in the Christmas spirit. Christmas isn't as big a deal in the Czech Republic as it is in other countries. Just a heads up, I won't have as much at home as you might be used to. The traditions here are quite different, but I'll share more about that next time. I'm really into this Victoria's Secret Eau de Parfum. It's the vanilla one in particular. It's the ideal scent for the winter season. And now we're going shopping. We started off at Pepco. It's always the first place that comes to mind when we're talking about decorating. I tried on a Christmas headband here, but I didn't end up taking it because I don't think I'd have anywhere to use it or wear it. There were plenty and all sorts of Christmas mugs. I just couldn't leave the Christmas straws there. I'm a big fan of candles. I often light some at home, but I wasn't a fan of the scent of this concrete one. It brought to my mind a rather unpleasant toilet smell. However, my boyfriend liked it, so at the end we took it. And there we are, all shopped out. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of time, so we only had one more store to check out, and that was Rossmann. They had a great selection of decorations at very reasonable prices. I spent a long time trying to decide between these two houses. Of course, I had to check out some other items. I was drawn to this glitter lip balm from Catrice, which I also picked up. I really didn't want to go to the gym because it was getting dark. But don't worry, I ended up going. Just a little reminder that there are days like this. I don't always want to go to the gym. No matter how motivated you are, discipline becomes more important over time. Currently, I'm selecting an outfit. Today we're focusing on legs, so it's going to be quite challenging and I want to feel at least nice about it. I've picked out a red color scheme for Christmas. For me, red is the theme color of Christmas. Needless to say, I'll be wearing a long-sleeved shirt because I tend to get cold at the gym. And let's get the pre-workout ready, because I really need it today. Don't worry, I always take 2 doses because otherwise it doesn't work for me. I'll also have to say goodbye to the dog. Alright, let's get going. I know I'm being a bit ridiculous here. I drink my pre-workout and we go to the locker room where, as always, I only spend about 60 seconds. I start with squats, where I do a quick warm-up with just the axle without weight. Then I do 3 work sets. I wouldn't advise putting the foam roller on your axis. It can lead to loss of stability, which is dangerous. I'm well versed in this topic. I had a bad back injury about two years ago. So it might be best to get rid of the foam. You can manage without it. It'll be a bit uncomfortable for maybe 3 workouts, but then you'll get used to it and it won't be an issue anymore. Just be careful. If you're working out with heavy weights, make sure you have someone to spot you or squat in a cage. The second exercise is the leg press. I'm sure you're all familiar with that one too. The stance you use determines which part of your legs you engage. This is where I always do 3 sets of work, and then gradually add weight again. I always try to stretch the muscle as far as I can. And don't forget to breathe properly. Breathe in as you go down and out as you go up.
Trying to sugarcoat and reconcile, so I can do what this and make us both forget. Only to start it up and play it out again. Long as a lie and there's a fun coming out of me every time I see.
Okay, that's the last set. Let's move on to the next exercise. Normally, I do the leg curl earlier, but as you can see next to me, they were taken, so we had to switch it up with leg extension so we wouldn't fall behind. I usually do 2 sets, but today I did 3 because I waited so long for the leg curl machine to release. Just another quick reminder, it's best to keep your toes pointing up to avoid using other muscles too much. Okay, let's do the last series and then we can move on to the leg curl. Finally! My hamstrings are still feeling the effects of the last workout, so I didn't put too much weight on and did 2 sets. This was my workout today, and I also had a blueberry protein shake, which was really tasty. We're moving on to my house now, where I've switched to a different color scheme, red and green, and we're decorating the items we purchased together today. 2 days ago, I made an advent wreath and it came out pretty well. It's not overly noticeable. I like that. And of course, the candle has a wonderful scent that you really can't miss. This is where I put away the things I bought today. So, here's a quick overview of what I got today, even though you saw everything at the beginning. I also have a mini Christmas tree that I bought at local store last week for about $6, and I decorated it with leftovers from my advent wreath. I thought you might like to see my Christmas nails and slippers. Finally, I'd like to show you a specialty of mine in the kitchen. We'll need almonds, ground cinnamon, granulated sugar, and water. Next, we'll weigh out about 150 grams of almonds and 115 grams of sugar, then combine them in a pan with about 60 milliliters of plain water. Bring the heat up and keep stirring. Once it starts to thicken up, add cinnamon to taste and turn down the heat. This is what it should look like at this point. And here's the result. I know it's not the healthiest thing in the world, but I follow the 80-20 rule. So why not treat yourself to something good once in a while? Don't worry about food over Christmas. Why not have some Christmas sweets or try this? Then I made punch and popcorn and went to pick out a movie. It's important to take a step back sometimes. This is especially important during the Christmas. My boyfriend and I watched a movie called Home Alone. I'm sure you all know it. As you can see, I'm not really afraid of food. At this point, I just remove my makeup. I do my evening skincare routine and then I go to bed. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!